Hi everyone, now I'm tying some muddlers at the moment, just some palmers I'm tying, doing some clan chief muddlers at the moment, and I thought it's been a while since I've had filmed the clan chief, meaning like I had a look online more than 10 years ago, so, and the quality of the video's not very good, but this is a muddler version, so I think the original one I tied was just a standard one, so I thought, well, I'll just film it while I'm doing it. So just waxing my thread here. Now the wax helps obviously to tie the fly, gives you grip. Thread colour, but for tying the fly I'm going to be using black, in this case 80 uni. Hook choice, could be a couple, 2 or 3 hooks you could use. It could be a lighter wire, it could be a wider gape, which I like to do sometimes with muddlers. But I'm going to tie it in the standard. This is a competition heavyweight size 12. It's a strong hook. It's a good. The Clan Chief's a great fly. It's a good fly. Beginning of the season throughout. It's one of these all-round type patterns, and the fish do, especially wild brown trout, love this pattern. So anyway, when you quickly tie it, so when you start at the eye, come down. I'm not going to go too far. Just give an impression, that's where the head length is going to be, just an impression of a bit of muddler head and a collar. And we tie in the way down the tail, and I'm just using a floss, a yellow floss and a red floss. Now we tie in the yellow first, just going to catch it, 2 or 3 turns. The red on top. Now you can tie it vice versa, it's up to yourself. People ask me, I like the yellow underneath. I'm just working my way down. Mainly you run it to the barb. I mean, if you let the thread go, it'll be in line with the barb. But you can go a wee tad further if you wish. Now tail length, round about the body length or so. You can always trim it back. I'm just going to fluff out the floss. Rib, I'm using an oval silver tinsel. This is a small. Just going to make sure it's secure, nice and tight. Come back down. The body, black seal's fur. Just lightly dab it on. Tighten up. Once you get it caught, meaning once you put it on your thread, and you tighten towards or next to the hook where it works like an anchor, you can tighten to that point. And then you can have as light or as heavy a body, whatever way you like it. Take away the excess here. Hackles. We've got 2 saddle hackles, one dyed red and one dyed black. I usually have the red underneath the black, but you could, it doesn't matter. When it's on it looks the same either way. So these are just Hebert minor saddles that I've got. The red one I dyed myself, the black one was from whiting. Wax your thread, make sure they're tied in. And then you want to wind, straight turn at the top, come down, that's basically 2 turns, but that's 4 turns of hackle there, because there's obviously 2. Come round with your rib, straight turn at the back, just watch your tail though. Check that you don't catch your tail too much. Sometimes that first turn you could catch the tail and draw it round. I do it, I've done it. Now you're looking 4 to 5 turns up the body. Keep it nice and tight. And then just secure in your rib, make sure it's secure before you do anything. Trim away the rib. Wax your thread. I'm just going to use my nail to flatten the end of the rib there. Bring my thread back up to the hackles. And then trim out your red. And then the black. Looks not too bad. Take away these long seal's fur fibres. You could brush out some of the seal's fur, but there's plenty of dressing there. Now for the, obviously, if you were tying a clan chief or normal one, you just put a hen hackle, or even a cock hackle in front. But I'm using the dyed black. This is roe deer. Now a good 3mm or so away from the eye, so make sure you get plenty. Trim, make sure there's no underfur, because it'll not roll if you've got to remove the underfur. Now I'm going to use the deer hair, the tips obviously, as a collar, because there would be a black hackle in front, so I'm replacing that with the ends of the deer hair, and obviously the other ends are to form the muddler head. So just lengthwise, you want it longer than the body hackle, or short. You tie it to suit yourself. You can try it short, you can tie it long. You try it. It's worthwhile having sort of both. So I want it slightly longer, so there's the length. I've set that on the top. Coming round with a couple of turns, slow, like just the weight of the bobbins there, and I'm holding the tips. I pull nice and slow and allow the deer to twist round, and then you want to wind your thread through the cut ends of the deer hair. Just before you get to the head area, make sure you draw it back, nice and tight. Make sure you get lots of tight turns in there. Keeping it tight, don't let it go. Get straight in and wet finish. Now, 1, 2, 3. Good 5 turns there. Making sure it's strong. Tighten up. Trim away. Now, I'm using the tips of the scissors here just to make sure. Obviously, when I spin the deer hair, it obviously takes the tips round and they get caught around the hook. So bring them out, and then we can bring the ends up, or we can cut at an angle to get a nice taper. So I'm just leaving it the way it is. So then I'm going to cut using this small curved pair of scissors. Just use the eye as a kind of guide, and then follow it around. Quite a lot in the top here. You've got to be kind of brave and hope that it's spun all the way around. I kind of felt it did, but anyway, we'll see. Sometimes I do get it wrong. Sometimes a sign is that if you've got a lot of cut ends on one side, chances are you have got it wrong, so we'll see in a minute. Trimming the head just now. So you've got to bring out the fibre. You can keep it rough. The more you cut off, the less you obviously going to be there to float the fly, or well, float it. I mean, to help you bring the fly through the surface, or when you're bringing it through the waves, the muddler head helps. It gives it a nice wake. And if you gink these up, or use your whatever floatant you use. I don't actually use gink, but it's a good term used for gink your fly up, as most people know what that means. Just to add some floatant. What's it like? To me it looks not too bad this side. I'll move this light, it's a bit dark looking. Gosh, the light's not showing it up too well because it's quite dark. You can see it better that side, that's how I can see it. So again, so if you see it's quite a lot there, you can actually bring out take out some of the deer hair, so you can actually see your body. Or you can leave it, it's up to yourself. Does it help you do the scissors the right way? So you can mess around with it to suit yourself. I'm going to take out a wee bit more on this side so that I can see the body. It's better. There we go, got a nice shape. That's the Clan Chief Muddler. You could use a natural deer hair in front. I have done it, and it works. But the dyed obviously goes with the fly. And there we are, paper for the tail. It's a nice fly, it's a nice pattern. It's a wee rough fly, but it's meant to be like that. You can see it better there, it's a better shape. You can see the kind of profile. And I say deer hair, a lot of people, even I like deer hair. It's a very unpredictable fibre sometimes, depending on how good the stuff you have. It can be testing. A lot of people just leave it, just a bushy hackle in front, which will lift the fly as well. It could be hen or cock, as they say. Hen will give it movement, cock will give it more of a resistance, so you can obviously fish it a wee bit more as a wake type fly. So anyway, there we are. That's a Clan Chief Muddler. Just as that's how I like to see it the way it is. Nice pattern, great to fish, catches fish really well. Both rainbows and brown trout happily take it. So I hope you enjoyed that, and again, thanks for watching.